जीना केड़े चजदा है मेरे लून विच मेरी नस नस विच तेरी याद तू बाजदा है चरखा दुखां दियां पूनियां जियों जियों कत्ती जावां हुण पईयां दूनियां इश्क दा चरखा दुखां दियां पूनियां जियों जियों कत्ती जावां हुण पईयां दूनियां यार फरीद कबूल करी मेरा सावल मसड़ा शाम सनूड़ा ता सावल यार वया चरखा 9 लखा मेरा ए चरखा 9 लखा कुड़े मेरा ए चरखा 9 लखा मेरा ए चरखा 9 लखा कुड़े मेरा ए चरखा 9 लखा मेरा ए चरखा 9 लखा कुड़े मेरा ए चरखा 9 लखा तेरे बाजो दिल दे मेरे मवे मेरा जीना केड़े जजदा है मेरे लून विच मेरी नस नस विच तेरी याद दा तूंबा वजदा है आजा हर चरखे दे गेड़े मैं तेनू याद करदी आजा हर चरखे दे गेड़े मैं तेनू याद करदी कदी आ ततड़ी दे वेड़े मैं तेनू याद करदी कदी आ ततड़ी दे वेड़े मैं तेनू याद करदी मेरा ए चरखा 9 लखा मेरा ए चरखा 9 लखा मेरा ए चरखा 9 लखा कुड़े मेरा ए चरखा 9 लखा आजा 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 आजा
First of all, can you tell like how did it all started?
As far as the musical journey is concerned, I think it all started 9 years back. I always wanted to do music as a kid. I was always fascinated with the idea of being in a band and everything. So I come from a family which has a lot of musical inclination. My mother and father, they have great voices, and we've grown up in a family that they love music. And my brother Yasir, the elder one, he was in a band called Irtash that recently disbanded, but he was the major inspiration because he was the elder one and he was doing music at that time, and I used to see him. And at that time, when he was doing music, I wasn't doing music. So I used to go at his concerts, and I used to have this handy cam and cover the whole thing, and it really used to fascinate me, all the attention and everything like that. So the plan was not to be a vocalist, to be very honest. It was to be a drummer. Somehow I ended up learning guitars, and God knows how I became a vocalist one day. Because I never thought I would be a vocalist, because I'm a very shy person. For the early years, I would not even look at the crowd and just sing. So my intention was not to be a vocalist. I was a drummer. I am still a very shy person. I hate being around a lot of people, even though it's my job. And at a concert and everything, we have to interact with a lot of people, thousands of people and audiences. But I was very shy, and slightly better now. It's going away.
So your brother was like doing music. Okay, did he help?
To be very honest, he was the one who had to face the most of, it was most difficult for him, because back in the days when we talk about the Islamabad underground music scene, we all know that Vital Signs was from here, and then, Awaaz was from here, and we had all these artists. But as far as rock music is concerned, there was this time in the early 2000s that this rock music scene in Islamabad was the strongest all over Pakistan if you compare it with other cities. So at that time, being in a rock band was really difficult and tough, because there was no audience at all. There was very limited places to play. Nobody would give their place or venue to play. For example, restaurants and cafes wouldn't let us in because they thought it was loud and it would scare the people, and they won't come to the cafe, or they were worried about their sales. So I think at that time it was very difficult, and he made it easy for a lot of musicians. At that time, some really old musicians of that time, they worked really hard, and they you can say they structured the music scene in Islamabad. And when I started doing music, the scene was almost there. There were already gigs, there were already shows. But I remember the initial shows of my brother that I used to go to. There were hardly any people. We would not see a crowd, or we would see a crowd, but then we would see them not liking what is being played. So tough times at that time, but I think yes, they really helped us. Not just me, all the musicians in Islamabad.
So how was the support of like the rest of the family, like father, mother, and?
They've been super supportive. My younger brother is also a musician, so we're like three. It's Yasir Jaswal, Umair Jaswal, and Umair Jaswal. So The youngest is has a pop sound. He's a pop musician, you can say. My elder brother is more into soft rock, and we're a hardcore. Sometimes people call us metal, or and sometimes say it's hard rock band. But at the same time, parents love all of us, and they love and support all three genres of music, and they've been there with us from day one. My mother especially, because she always told me that when I started off doing music, and even that time the rock side of music was really tough to compete, and so they were like, if nobody else was there to support and encourage, it was my parents.
To be in a band, I mean, obviously you've got like 5 people who've got like different mentality. How do you find it? Like, is it easy? Is it difficult? Or how do you manage all that?
To be very honest, we've been through our fair shares of breaking the band and changing lineups and everything. We initially had a lineup which was pretty different than this one. We were initially a 5-piece band. We had a rhythm guitar player, and then we also had a bass player, and so it was a total of 5. Now we're 4, and now the lineup has changed a lot. 3 of our members left. And yes, it is difficult to deal with 5 people or 4 people. When you're a solo artist, things are much easier for you. But I believe that that's a different genre, and I believe that being a solo artist is a different ballgame altogether, and being in a band is completely different. When you're in a band, the musicianship of every musician in the band, every individual, it cuts across, and it's a stronger musical message. That's what I believe, and that's why I've never been a fan of doing things individually. Even though things are very easy if you do them individually. I get so many offers from all around the world to just come and play for them, and they just need to get me there. But when they have to travel 4 people, and then my manager as well, and then my sound engineer as well, and then my lights engineer as well. So then they think, yaar, this is like 8 people, right? So I'm much more accessible when I'm a solo artist, but I don't believe in, my belief is different. I believe in the band. I believe in the band sound. I believe that a band does more than an individual. You can always hire musicians who can play for you when you're a solo artist, but I think every person does bring their dynamics. They have different dynamics, and they bring their input into the band, and that's really important for your sound to evolve, because one fine day you're going to run out of ideas. What then? Who's going to give you ideas? So if you have a band, and if you're lucky to have people like Khurram Bakar, he's a musical genius, and he's the main songwriter with me. He plays most of the guitars. He records the album as well. We use his studio to record. So he's multi-talented that way. Not only he's a musician, he's a producer as well. So that's a plus. And that's why I think the band thing is really work.
आसमानों से चलते ये सितारे मुस्कुराएंगे याद आए तो हम बुलाएंगे वक्त हो अपना कारवां हम ख्यालों से दूर जाएंगे रास्तों पे छोड़े निशान याद आए तो हम बुलाएंगे वक्त हो अपना कारवां हम ख्यालों से दूर जाएंगे रास्तों पे छोड़े निशान याद आए तो हम बुलाएंगे वक्त हो अपना कारवां हम ख्यालों से दूर जाएंगे रास्तों पे छोड़े जाओ
There's another Pakistani-based band named Jal, right? Their lead singer, he was like, I was like listening to his interview when one of my friend was interviewing him, and he said like because he was following the other people of the band, he found himself less creative.
Well, first of all, this band Jal that you're talking about is the same band that Atif Aslam left, right?
Yeah.
And you're talking about Gohar. So I believe that now he's singing in the band. And even Farhan, who joined after Atif, he's left. You know, he's also pursuing his career as a solo artist. I don't know why he thinks that way, but I believe when you're in a band with someone, you respect each other and you respect their ideas as well. You should never be afraid of sharing your own ideas at the same time. You should always put them out. And this is how a band works. When you stop respecting each other musically and artistically, that's the end of the band. Because that's where people believe that, okay, this is over. When you stop respecting people, when you see that there's this struggle of power within the band. So I believe you need to be mature and your heart and mind should be in the right place to make the right decisions. Otherwise, you're going to keep on firing people from the band and hiding new people in the band, which I think changes everything, which changes the sound every year, I guess.
How did Coke Studio started?
We just got back from India. We won the Best Rock Band by Jack Daniels in 2010. And then we won a few awards in Malaysia. The Asian Music Awards, they happen there every year. So we were lucky enough, the international panel was kind enough to include Pakistan for the first time. So first we won the Jack Daniels Best Rock Band Award in India, and then we went to Malaysia and the Best Rock Band, Best Rock Vocalist, and Best Rock Song in Asia. So when we won all these awards, then we came back to Pakistan, and Ruhail Ayad, being a very senior musician in Pakistan, and a great producer, always been a big fan of his work. He heard the news and he wanted us on the show. So that's how it happened. He found out about all our awards and everything, and he said, let's have you guys, because usually you see rock musicians who are doing like hard rock music don't make it to the show because it's a commercial platform. It's like fusion music. They usually fuse pop and Sufi music or instrumental music. So it was great to be called, and then going for the second year again as solo artist, as Umair Jaswal, they invited me for the season 6 as well. It's a great experience, I think, and I'm glad it happened.
Are you still kind of like thinking to be a part of Coke Studio in the future as well?
It really depends on who's producing it now. I think Strings is producing it now, and I really like their work and everything. But usually when you're called for Coke Studio, they share the idea. For example, I actually said I don't want to do a couple of songs which were, presented in front of me. They were like, "Can you do this song? Do you want to do this song? We think this is going to be really nice." And I said, "I don't believe in it. So I'm good with this song, but I'm not going to do this song." So it really depends what they're offering, because it's not like yes, it is the biggest show in the musical show in Pakistan. It gets you a lot of attention. Your face is on billboards for months, and you get promos, and you're on television and you're in print media. The attention is always there, but you need to be responsible for the sound that goes out with you. It's not just you getting that FaceTime on television and all that social media support, but it's more about the sound you're putting out. So if the producer is offering something nice, I'd love to do it again. Why not?
Who writes your songs? Is it you yourself?
As far as songwriting is concerned, it consists of a couple of parts. Mm-hmm. There's writing the lyrics, there's making the melody, and then there's songwriting, which is taking, in terms of songwriting, what we call songwriting, is writing the guitar and music for it. So I think the musical part is covered by Khurram. He takes care of that, and I've recently started contributing to that as well. I've been writing songs myself for the band. On the guitars, and they are going to be a part of the album as well. But lyrics are by me, melodies are by me, but the rest of the songwriting is done by Khurram Akar.
Have you ever written something like till now?
As a song, yes. The song that I did on Coke Studio called Qayaas this year was done by me. It was my song. It was written 9 years back when I just started doing music.
Jawani ke din mein.
Jawani ke din. I was like 15, 16 when I wrote that song.
Oh, okay.
So 10 years later, it made it to the show. So yeah, that's my song, and I've written a couple of songs in the upcoming album.
चुपचाप सुन रहा खामोशी से तन्हाई की दास्तां बरसों से चुप ये खामोशियाँ किस कदर अधूरी ना पास ना दूर कोई ये तन्हाई किस शाम के रंग ढलते हैं सोच में दिन ढलते हैं दूर के गिनता हूँ फासले कहाँ तुम कहाँ
What about like collaborations?
It'd be nice to tell you that we're honored to be the only band in Pakistan who's got the opportunity to collaborate with one of the biggest voices in the subcontinent, and I believe in the world. Madam Abda Parveen is a huge name in Sufi music, and we've done a few collaborations with her. They're still in the studio. We're not releasing them right now because we want to be really sure about them. But yes, we do have the honor of being with her and being with her in the same room, and I do have the honor of breathing in the same airspace as her, because I believe she is a living legend right now. And after Nusrat, if there's anybody who's that strong and has that connect, is Madam Abda Parveen. And we're glad we're doing those collaborations. Other than that, we're working on a few really interesting international collaborations for the album. We just need to get a few musicians to play on a few songs, and not just any musicians. Let's talk about the biggest names of the rock and roll industry. So we're just trying to get the finances in place for that. We have a plan, and inshallah, things will work out. If things work out, everybody's going to be surprised pleasantly to see a band from Pakistan is making music. For me, it's like making music with the people that I've grown up listening to, right? All these legendary bands and musicians that I've grown up listening to, who were doing music before even I was born. So being able to do that, I think that's an honor. And yes, these collaborations are in store. We are going to put them out.
Any offers from Bollywood?
Yes, a few, but I had to put them down. I didn't agree with the sound, because to be very honest, I've worked really hard to make this name, whatever it is. It's a very small name that I have. We're not there where we're supposed to be, but whatever we've achieved in rock music in Pakistan, it's people like coming up to us and saying that after Junoon, if there's any rock band in Pakistan, it's you guys. And if they look up to, and bands look up to us. So for me, changing my sound would be really bad. For all the people who look up to me, for all the fans, for all the people who've started believing in rock music all over again. For me, it's very easy. And to be very honest, my fans don't pay my bills. They don't put the food on the table. They don't pay for my, they don't even buy tickets at the show. Everybody wants to come in for free. But at the same time, you need to know that what's your strength. Do you want to sell out? Do you want to do that kind of music? Are you into film music? So I'm more happy doing film music in Pakistan, and we've done that. We've done that for War. I've done the soundtrack for War, and I'm doing a couple of projects. Right now we're doing 5 more movies, and we're doing soundtracks for that. So I believe if I get an opportunity from Bollywood where I need to put out rock music, and some of the Bollywood movies made these days are really intelligent, and they are exploring different genres. So if such an offer comes my way, I'd love to take that opportunity, because it's a bigger market and it's a huge audience to cater. And I believe that's one market that I'd really like to tap into.
Any offer as in like playback singer? Because I was like having a chat with few of the music directors in Bollywood, and they were like, they are giving a lot of chances to individual voices, because just in case if you got like an offer to do like a playback singing, not like as giving a music, would you gonna go for it?
Yeah, why not? I think if it suits the sound and it suits my style of music, then why not? And we do have a few offers which might materialize by the end of the year. I'm not going to say there are not any offers. But then again, you got to be sure what you're putting out, because once it's out, it's with your name till the day you die, and even after that. So so you got to live and die with that, and even go to hell or heaven, whatever there is with that. So you got to be sure what you're putting out.
Any offers in acting?
I am doing this next project of Mindworks Media. I don't know for sure if I am going to take it or not as now, because I do have the script and I do have the contract for it. I've been offered the next 2 movies by Mindworks Media, because I've been an integral part of Mindworks Media. Because Mindworks Media, the production house behind the movie War, it came into existence between 3 people. I was one of them, and then we made War. I was the production head initially, but then I had to leave Mindworks Media because I wanted to pay more attention to my music. But now they're doing these 2 more projects. One is War 2, and the other one is called Delta Echo Foxtrot. Both productions are really high budgeted film productions, and I believe that they're gonna bring more attention to Pakistan as more than War, because War had a certain budget, and these films are like really huge budget, and we're getting some really international support, some film crew from the States coming in to shoot some of it. So it is an exciting project. I'm looking at it. The offer is still there. So let's see.
कहाँ गए हम, किस कदर खामोश थे, बीती हुई रातों में तुम थे मेरे, अब दूर तुम न जाने क्यों हो गए, तुम और मैं न जाने क्यों खो गए। लौटा दो अगर लौटा पाओ खामोश पल, लौटा दो अगर लौटा पाओ खामोश पल, तो क्या हुआ जो फासले बढ़ते गए, बढ़ते रहे, बीती हुई रातों में, रातों में तुम और मैं न जाने क्यों खो गए, न जाने क्यों खो गए। लौटा दो अगर लौटा पाओ खामोश पल, लौटा दो अगर लौटा पाओ खामोश पल, तो क्या हुआ जो तेरे गीतों में अब मैं नहीं, तो क्या हुआ जो हो गए अजनबी, अजनबी। बीती हुई रातों में तुम थे मेरे, लौटा दो अगर लौटा पाओ खामोश पल, लौटा दो अगर लौटा
in the media right now. How do you see, like, what's the future of Pakistan music?
That really depends on the government, to be very honest. As we speak, there is no music industry in Pakistan. Whoever is doing whatever in music is doing it on their own. There are no record labels, there's no distribution network, there is no piracy, nothing. We have the biggest issue is the piracy, and I think that's a worldwide issue, so let's not go there. But then again, we don't have labels. A label is something without which a band or a musician is nothing. You know, if you take the labels away from all these celebrities worldwide in music, they're nothing. Because a label pays you an advance on your royalty, and they let you record your album in whatever studio that you want to record it. And then they line up a tour for you, maybe a world tour, maybe a national tour, you know, maybe an international tour. So if there's no label, then people in Pakistan will have to do everything on their own, like we're doing it. We printed the album ourselves, we recorded the album ourselves, we distributed the album ourselves. So we did everything on our own. But one needs to understand that if you're paying attention to all of that, and then above that, we need to arrange our own shows. You know, so everything that we're doing is on our own. We're the industry. An artist is the industry. So until and unless some people come in and jump right into it and see it as a potential market and as a potential business plan to invest money in it, then they would. And there will be an industry and there will be future for musicians in Pakistan. Otherwise, a lot of people will stop doing music, like they have already done it. And a lot of people have stopped doing music in Pakistan. For example, one movie worked in Pakistan, like War worked in Pakistan. Now everybody wants to make movies. Now everybody wants to invest. You know, War made 22 crores in Pakistan, right? And 5 crores in UK only. And now they're expecting to have more than 10 crores in the US. So now everybody wants to make money. And everybody wants to put in money for movies. So the trend is changing. So if some sensible head comes into the market and wants to promote music in the same way like it should be, and arrange tours for bands and, you know, give them the right amount of promotion, I think this is a gold mine, and that is the only way the industry will survive, if it goes anywhere.
You guys yourself are a big name now.
Yeah.
What kind of like help you guys are giving to the newcomers? You know, let's say like, I mean, whosoever want to come and you see the talent in them, what are you going to help them, or because you have seen it all?
I try my best to do my part. For example, I keep on interacting with newcomers in the industry. I do conduct vocal workshops every year at LUMS. LUMS has this really fantastic music festival. That's one institute doing really well, and the students are really strong. And you know, as the student community is really strong, so they keep on doing stuff every year. So it's been almost 3 years that I've been doing it constantly, the music fest, and that's just one institute. So people do call me up for vocal mentorships sessions and for vocal workshops as well. So I keep going then, and if I find somebody who's good enough, I really like to promote them. I promote them on my page. I promote them. Otherwise, I've even called upon people to sing with Qayaas on stage. I've asked people to make songs with Qayaas, because I know how it feels when you're growing up and there's nobody to look at, right? There's no one to help you out. And if I can do that, if I can change that, and if I can change the fact that people start believing in the fact that a senior is someone who can help somebody who's coming up, so it can really change the industry. It can really help people out. And I'm really glad one of the people who, two people who, were taking part of the vocal, who were attending the vocal workshop. One of them went to Pakistan Idol and is right now in the top 10. I mentored him. I gave him tips. He's in the top 10 of Pakistan Idol right now. The other guy that I gave, who was also present at the workshop, and he was really keen about knowing about different ways of singing rock music, made it to another big corporate platform called Nescafe Basement. So I think that's the win-win. I think that's the victory, and I'm really proud of it, because if somebody goes ahead, I don't care if they say good things or bad things about me after being a celebrity or whatever. I did my part. Someone who wasn't there for me, I'm there for them. And even right now, there's this band called Nasir and Shahab, and this really fantastic rock musician from Peshawar who's doing rock music in Pashto. I'm supporting him to my level best. He's playing on most of my shows because I call him up on stage. I share the same stage with him. I introduce him to my fans, my audience, and I tell them that this is a fantastic vocalist in Islamabad, Pakistan, and you need to check him out. You need to check out his songs. So I try to give back as much as I can because I believe if I'm going to do this, good things are going to happen to me as well. So,
what about like the future plans of your band, Qayaas? Like, what's coming up next?
There's this double album that we've already recorded. It's we're just waiting to get it mixed and mastered outside of Pakistan because no matter what we do, no matter what recording facility that we have at home, which is really good, is the same quality that got us awards internationally as well. But we want to take it to the next level now. We want to take a step ahead. We want to make it better. So we're thinking of mastering our album outside of Pakistan. So the double album is 12 songs in Urdu and 12 songs in English because since we have a lot of international following as well, we have more following outside of Pakistan than in Pakistan. So our publicist Eva, she was like, why can't you make an album in English? So we're like, let's do it. So it's done. And like I said, we're waiting on a couple of names to come in and play on the songs and stuff. And plus, the future plan is also maybe doing an album with Madam Abda Parveen, and it's going to be a couple of songs that we're going to do together. And so this year is, it's a lot of work. We need to put the albums out. And once again, if we don't have a label and nobody wants to support, we're going to be putting back the same money that we earn, little money that we earn from the live concerts, and put it back in the band and distribute our album and put it out all over again.
नीले आसमां तले बिखरे मेरे अपने टूटे घरों के टुकड़े चीखे आवाज़ें सुनने आज भी जिंदा है मोमिन क्यों ही तो ऐशो इशरत छोड़ के क्यों ना उठे क्यों कोई गम सहे आंसुओं में रहे दर्द में क्यों जिए जो हम सुने क्यों कोई गम सहे आंसुओं में रहे दर्द में क्यों जिए जो हम सुने तो क्या नीले आसमां तले बिखरे मेरे ख्वाब पुकार
कयास बैंड के आर्किटेक्ट के साथ हूँ इस टाइम मैं और वो है खुर्रम. So Khurram, very warm welcome. And how do you feel being a part of the band, and how did it all started?
It's a lovely feeling here. Qayaas is, basically been a dream for me from the beginning. I'm basically not a musician by profession. I'm basically an IT program manager, but music is my passion. I've been doing it for the last 20 years, been in various bands, and then, then I started Qayaas. So it's Umair and myself. We've been together for 4 years now. And it's a great feeling. We've achieved quite a lot. Album record ki, uske baad, release ki. It won a lot of awards. Did really well. It revived the rock scene in Pakistan. So we're going strong. Abhi bhi, we're going to be recording 2 albums actually. They're in the making. One will be an Urdu album. One will be an English album. फिर हम कुछ यहाँ पे जो हमारे बड़े famous folk artists हैं, we're collaborating with them. We're collaborating with international artists. So I mean, things are good.
You basically are a musician, right? Are you thinking to work with different other artists, or apart from like Qayaas?
We are collaborating with various artists. Some very famous folk artists of Pakistan, we're collaborating with them. Then we're also collaborating with some international artists. So yes, I mean, if you're asking personally for myself, if I'm going to basically be doing something, yes, I'm open to that idea. You can, a lot of other bands out there, they've also done that. I'll give you an example of Slash of Guns N' Roses. He played with Michael Jackson. He was also part of Guns N' Roses. So yes, that probably can happen in future. I don't know. Let's see.
So what kind of music you listen to, and what kind of music appeals you?
Music. So I've grown up listening to rock music. I got into guitar playing because of rock music. So I just listen. Basically I listen to rock music. But I cannot just categorize. I just listen to rock music. I listen to basically everything. But ज़्यादातर focus rock music पे ही है. So I love a lot of Eastern classical stuff, because I've got friends who actually not only play Eastern classical instruments like sarangi and sitar, they also listen to a lot of that stuff. So I'm influenced from that side as well. Then I like a lot of folk music, jo Pakistani folk hai. That's very inspirational. And but mostly yes, rock, guitar-oriented music. In which the guitars are probably the main instrument. That's what my main focus has been from day one. I'm a guitar player.
Have you ever written any songs?
Yeah, I'm not a lyricist. Yes, I've written a lot of stuff. I recorded an instrumental album with my band in the US, when I was doing my masters. So and we toured as well. And then the Qayaas album, basically all the guitar work and all the melodies, they've been written by me. The lyrics, of course, are by Umair. So I'm basically a producer, I would say. Not like a lyricist.
मुकम्मल नूर तेरा करम मशहूर तेरा तड़पता जाए जिस पे चाहे सुरूर तेरा मुकम्मल नूर तेरा करम मशहूर तेरा मस्त हो जाए जिस पे चाहे सुरूर तेरा पैरा क्यों पंगट पे प्यास तेरी चौखट में होने आया है आशिक आज नशे विच चोर तेरा इश्क बना दे मुझे मलंग तेरा इश्क बना दे मुझको इश्क बना दे मुझे मलंग तेरा इश्क बना दे मुझको जाए जिस पे चाहे सुरूर तेरा मुकम्मल नूर तेरा करम मशहूर तेरा मस्त हो जाए जिस पे चाहे सुरूर तेरा पैरा क्यों पंगट पे प्यास तेरी चौखट में होने आया है आशिक आज नशे विच चोर तेरा 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 इश्क बना दे मुझे मलंग तेरा इश्क बना दे मुझको इश्क बना दे मुझे मलंग तेरा इश्क बना दे मुझको ज़मीं से मिलने जैसे समंदर बनके बादल बरसे तू भी सजना बरस जागड़ा कब से नैना तरसे रे इश्क नचाया ओ तेरे इश्क नचाया मासूम बिना सांस के कब से बड़ा अधूरा बन के झोंका गुजर जब मुझसे कर दे मुझको पूरा 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 इश्क बना दे मुझे मलंग तेरा इश्क बना दे इश्क बना दे मुझे मलंग तेरा इश्क बना